So, my main thing that I learned was that okay, I was gonna say um my the worst abuse that the person going through PTSD, okay, the worst thing that can have happen to them is what this poor girl Taylor was going through with Dr. Phil. And maybe I'll just do my own little research tomorrow with her, with Dr. Phil, and make it hurt me so bad because I was going through the same thing of, it doesn't matter who you're around, pretend a lot narcissist, my dead husband, or both my parents, in total denial of me being traumatized by them. And it was the same abuse with Taylor. Unfortunately, she was traumatized by her dad, and her mom was in total denial. And she's living with her mom at 32 years old. And Dr. Phil, in my opinion, was useless in not taking that poor girl into his expensive home. I mean, he's doing the show. Why can't he be nice to, one victim like her? I couldn't... It was so hard for me to see her being tortured, because I was tortured that way, okay? And all she needed was for Dr. Phil's lovely wife to open up their little room for guests, their guest room, for a month. Then that poor girl would have got. And you don't even have to do anything. Just let her read, or just give her internet. Let her read whatever books she wants to read. Or not let her read, let her write. Let her do whatever she wants. And feed her well. Just give her, a person doesn't need more than one meal a day. I don't get it. That Dr. Phil, really can't help out. And it just bothered me, and so the thing to learn is that she was going through PTSD. What she needed was to be removed by her, and it is her abusers. You have other abusers to say that you were never harmed. If you were tragically harmed, you have PTSD, you need to be away from the abuser, or you will be mentally ill, and they are causing the mental illness. They're the worst. They're worse, and the way she's acting emotionally, crazy, they're making her emotionally crazy. They're causing her to be mentally ill, and they're the mental ill ones. So her mentally ill parents are much worse mental ill, being mentally sick, than she is, and all her problem is she's around her abusers. That's it. That's the key for the victim to leave their abuser. It's as simple as that. It's all I needed. But no, I'd end up with, actually Dumb and Dumberer, and I liked Wayne the Pain and Boyd the Void. I mean, it's just they were only for less than a year. But, and they're, funner, like, oh, yeah, all the abuse that I endured, I can't even go back to those days of Dumb and Dumber. I would even say I wasn't abused. I made such a big deal about Glenn abusing me, but my mom, I was going through all this shit of PTSD with my mom. My mom blocked my mind of ever going back into her house again in 2006 by almost killing me. So that's a big blockage right there. I can't go back in the house. I mean, people don't understand that sort of abuse. I was majorly, severely abused in 2006. That put a metal block there. So I went to the less abusive person, but I mean, Dahmer, which was Glenn, I lived with him because he was much less abusive than my mom. I mean, and she almost killed me. Now, he beat me up real good, so he could have killed me the first time he beat me up real good. Okay, so I mean that's a possibility. I just was really like 3 weeks of black and blue eyes, real bad. Because he kept on hitting me, so he was like in his little violent rage, and he just couldn't stop chopping their chops against my eyes of black and blue for 3 weeks. So that's, I mean, if he literally, like, so he didn't intentionally, like, try to kill me, he wouldn't have killed me, thinking back then. I was abused so much, a hell lot worse by my husband than that one time. Beaten up. I mean, black and blue for like 3 weeks. I mean, my husband really was real abusive compared to him. And just thinking of the one time he really abused me. I'm outside, and he didn't like take action like to throw me on the ground. I'm like there's rocks around. Okay, so he just, chopped my head. I mean, did like hip chops. So it wasn't that bad. Of like, if an abuser wants to kill you, yeah, he could have thrown me where the rocks were. A rock could have killed me. So it wasn't intentional to kill me. I mean, but I would say maybe in 2006, being thrown up against the wall, yeah, that was intentional, possible to kill me. I mean, it was that bad of abuse. Real bad abuse. Worse than just chopping. But it took me a lot longer to heal. That tears out my eyes. But the back of the head, that's a secret bruise. No one knows about it. So that's what demented abusers want. To have a secret bruise that nobody sees the bruise. Oh well, it's better that the abuser, shows, their victims what they've done. But like a hidden bruise, like that's scheming. That's deliberate scheming. Well, no one's gonna see that. No one's gonna see the back of your head. So a person can be thrown up against the wall, which yeah, I hope just gonna take a nap and just have to stay positive. Yeah. And, and just, you know, why the hell you love your enemies is just to try to have, like, a little bit of peace. There is never going to be any peace with your, not kid-friendly, with your abuser. But, for me, to just, like, act, to give pretend a lot narcissist, like, ew, like a positive card they didn't really put too much into. I mean, yeah, I could do that. And, I mean, just to, there is no peace, but just, I don't know, just, who cares? I know where the hell his car's at, and I can put just a little, one of my love is wanting, it wants the best, and, God, it's no use in, oh God, it's too long anyway. I don't know. I made so many of them, it doesn't matter if I just throw one on the car or not. How about just throwing all the cars in there? And then, leaving my phone number saying, I'm poor. No, that's not the way. That is not the way to make money. Begging is not the way to make money. Learn a lesson from me. I make nothing. It's dumb.